Muchos de ustedes ahorita van a estar preocupados por lo que nos dicen estos noticieros, que Biden está ganando en las encuestas. La verdad, las encuestas mienten. No tengan miedo a lo que dicen estos noticieros, la mayoría es falso. Aquí les voy a dejar un pequeño recuerdo de todo lo que decían en el 2016, que no podía ganar Trump. Espero y lo disfruten y recuerden, el 3 de noviembre hay que salir a votar. Cuídense mucho, denle un like, suscríbanse, compartan el video. Ya nos vemos hasta la próxima.
Of Trump in the White House brings forth rather strange reactions in our stomach, leading to nausea and other symptoms. But here's the good news. Donald Trump is not going to become president of the United States.
I continue to believe Mr. Trump will not be president. And the reason is because I have a lot of faith in the American people. And I think they recognize that being president is a serious job.
Oh, feel the burn! Feel the burn, it's coming. Get a load of this. Bernie Sanders versus Donald Trump. I mean, with all the press coverage that Donald Trump's getting in a national election, if it was those two, I mean, Bernie's a democratic socialist. Donald Trump's got all these Americans like, yeah, let's go bad people. Yeah, he's got all the support. He got all the crowds. Bernie annihilates him in a general election. Sanders has 51% to Donald Trump's 38%. You have to understand something. In politics, that is not a little lead. That is a crushing lead. And by the way, one that is larger than Hillary Clinton's lead against Donald Trump. Interesting.
Our new NBC News SurveyMonkey poll is out today. It puts Hillary Clinton up by 10 points over Donald Trump. And this is not the first poll since the conventions to give Clinton a double-digit lead. This is actually the fourth. 4 polls that have Clinton up by more than 10 points, or at least 10 points. Her lead is reaching levels we just didn't see in the past few campaigns.
Now, you know, one of the criticisms that has been thrown at our campaign is that, well, you know, Bernie's a nice guy, he has good ideas, but he can't win a general election. And I just wanted to deal with that issue. All of us agree, or I expect all of us who are here today agree, that it would be an unmitigated disaster for our country if somebody like a Donald Trump became president of the United States.
I'm not running against crooked Hillary Clinton. I'm running against the crooked media.
I thought about 8 weeks ago or so that she could not win simply by being not Trump.
Yeah.
That there had to be an affirmative agenda. Turns out, no, not really.
Well, but that's because
she's just not Trump, and she's going to be president of the United States.
A Quinnipiac poll last week in a head-to-head matchup with Clinton v. Trump, Biden v. Trump, Sanders v. Trump. Even Bernie Sanders beats Donald Trump, which is shocking if you're a Republican.
It really is. I think that people are talking so much about Trump, but Sanders is something that's really, really interesting that's happening. He's getting huge arenas filled with people. He's getting people really excited. And one of the things, as you said, is that he is really genuine. He is really authentic. He really does seem confident and has answers and solutions. Whereas Hillary Clinton, when you see her, people don't trust her. And it's because she's not really authentic.
But are we a nation that's going to elect a socialist? Are we a nation that's going to elect a socialist as the president of the United States? Okay, thank you.
And I'm happy to tell you that in virtually every national and statewide poll, virtually all of them, that has been done having Bernie Sanders up against Donald Trump, we win with overwhelming numbers.
In the new Quinnipiac poll, Clinton would defeat Trump by 7 percentage points, which is itself impressive and would qualify as a landslide, while the Sanders lead of 13 points would bring a landslide of epic proportions.
yeah, that's just, I mean, that's a guy who knows he's going to lose.
Yeah.
That's a guy who knows. You start talking that way, and again, I don't know that he's ever wanted to win, but It's just, it's sad. It's sad and pathetic what's going on out there. If you are a Republican and would actually like to control one branch of government after this election.
Yeah, that would be.
Hey, even with all of this going on, Trump is still within striking distance of Clinton in places, Corinne, like Ohio, right, in this very important battleground. And again, this wasn't to say that none of this matters, but it was just to point out that another candidate might be miles behind Clinton in some of these battlegrounds. Should she be further ahead in, say, Ohio because of the couple of weeks Trump has had?
Well, look, we have to look at the demographics of Ohio, right? It's becoming less diverse. It's an older state. So I think that plays into the kind of the reasoning why he's edging her out there. So that's one thing to think about.
The last CNN poll, and some of these numbers vary depending on the poll, had us beating Trump by 20 points.
Donald Trump's objective at this point is to only continue to take this race further into the gutter, right? And he's doing this by running this, this black helicopter type of campaign where he's chasing conspiracy after conspiracy theory. And also, I mean, look, this rigged rhetoric is incredibly dangerous, right? It's flat out beyond the pale, and it's not even about the election anymore, right? Because if we watch what Donald Trump has been doing the last 16 months, it's been this hateful nonsense, and it's been kind of this branding exercise, right? This marketing exercise that he's doing. Because just let's be honest here, 2 months from now, when we're talking about President-elect Hillary Clinton's first 100 days, he's going to be launching Trump Bart TV.
And one final quote from The Hill here, and it is profoundly important and revealing that Sanders would defeat Trump by such a huge margin, 13 points in this poll, that analysts would be talking about a national political realignment and new progressive era in American history. So one of the questions that Democratic voters have to face in these primaries and caucuses is, are you ready for that progressive era? It turns out if you're ready for it, it looks like the American people are ready for it, and it might even be a landslide. So that whole talking point about Hillary Clinton is more electable, for the moment being, according to real Americans, that's not true. Bernie Sanders is more electable. And yet, we hear almost nothing about Bernie Sanders in the mainstream media. All we hear about is Donald Trump, when in reality, Bernie Sanders would kick his ass from Vermont to California and everywhere in between.
And the reason why Donald Trump will never become president of the United States is the American people will not vote for a candidate who insults Mexicans and Latinos. The American people understand that we are fighting a war now to destroy ISIS, a terrorist organization, not Islam, a religion. The American people will not vote for a presidential candidate who insults women every day. Who insults veterans, and who insults African Americans.
It is noteworthy in the Quinnipiac poll that Sanders runs so much stronger than Clinton against Trump.
Election night 2016, 8 p.m. here in the East, and the polls have just closed in 16 states plus the District of Columbia. Let's take a look at where things stand. Right now, you see there 68 electoral votes for Hillary Clinton, 37 for Donald Trump. The magic number is 270. Here are the states that have closed. We can say now that Hillary Clinton has won the big state of Illinois. Of course, she was born in the state of Illinois. That is her home state. She is the winner there. Democrat has won by double digits in the past 6 presidential elections. Hillary Clinton wins the state of Illinois. Hillary Clinton also wins the state of New Jersey. That is a state that has not voted Republican since 1988 for George H.W. Bush, a state also, one of the states where Donald Trump has a home in Bedminster, New Jersey, but that one has gone to Hillary Clinton. Hillary Clinton also wins the true blue state of Massachusetts. Right there, it's 11 electoral votes, has voted Democrat in the last 7 elections, last voted Republican in 1984. Of course, also the home of Senator Elizabeth Warren, one of Hillary Clinton's allies, perhaps Donald Trump's most determined foe on Twitter. Hillary Clinton wins the state of Massachusetts and the state of Maryland, and it's 10 electoral votes. Hillary Clinton wins that as well.
You know, I want to get at this idea, though, that Clinton, and I've had folks say to me, she's playing prevent defense. Is that enough for her right now, though, in order to seal the deal, if, you know, that in fact is where we're going in this race?
Well, look, I think there's a potential, right, because he's trying to depress turnout, and because this election is getting so ugly. Like, we can't be complacent, right? The Democrats cannot be complacent. They have to get out there. And I like the idea of expanding the map. Right, you know, taking a look at Arizona, we know Michelle Obama's
Could be
going out
risky for
there.
her, though. I mean, is that counting chickens before they hatch?
I think what they've been doing is they've been planning on how to get to 270, right? Because that is the name of this game, right? Is getting to that number. And she's in a better place of getting there. He is collapsing with that map, right?
As this is all coming together, you know, I'm very excited about what this Clinton coalition is going to be. I'm excited about the numbers that we're hearing, and I'm very optimistic.
More numbers are coming in.
Hillary Clinton is the winner in Vermont. 3 electoral votes. Donald Trump, we project, will win in Kentucky with its 8 electoral votes. In Indiana with its 11 electoral votes. West Virginia, she wins her state of Illinois. New Jersey, in Massachusetts, another 11 electoral votes. Maryland carries the state of Rhode Island. Delaware, 3 electoral votes. And the District of Columbia, Oklahoma, Tennessee, Mississippi, South Carolina, Alabama, New York, Kansas, with its 6 electoral votes, Nebraska with its 5 electoral votes, and Wyoming with its 3 electoral votes. North Dakota with its 3 electoral votes, and South Dakota, Texas, Arkansas, Connecticut, Louisiana, the state of Montana, New Mexico, Missouri, Ohio, Virginia, the Commonwealth of Virginia, Colorado, California, Hawaii with its 4 electoral votes, Idaho, North Carolina, Oregon, in Nebraska, Florida.
I don't think I could sit down right now. We still don't know, right? And we don't have any idea when it's going to be called.
Washington, Georgia, Iowa, Nevada, Utah, Wisconsin, Arizona.
Sorry to keep you waiting. Complicated business. Complicated. Thank you very much.